What's up, interwebs? It is week 2, which I think is story time. I don't know. But that's what we're gonna go with, is story time. So this story time is gonna be like serious slash good. You're gonna see why it's good. But first it's gonna be really bad. Like, it's gonna be really bad. And you're gonna be like, oh my god, why is this good? But we're gonna get to the good part. But so last video I told y'all that my house burned down. And we're gonna tell you that story because this story is really dramatic. And I don't have any other stories because I don't do anything in my life. So I don't really talk about this subject just because I don't like to, as much as like my other sisters do. I don't like to. But so the day before we were planning out the day of the house that got on fire. We were planning on going to get like fire detector batteries and fire ladders and stuff like that. And my sister left after we planned all that out. She went to a party and she took legit her whole dresser because she couldn't figure out what to wear. So like we were so it was about, okay, well, let me start off. I had to memorize the first paragraph of the Constitution. So I was up for a while, and then I went to sleep, and then my mom went to sleep, and then my grandma went to sleep, and then my little sisters went to sleep. So we stayed in my mom's room because we were watching a movie, a scary movie, and then we all eventually fell asleep. So my mom around 2:30 got up to use the bathroom, which I was still asleep. So got up to use the bathroom, and this is what she told me. She went downstairs because the upstairs was filled with smoke. And then she went downstairs, and when she was walking downstairs, my grandma woke up and she was like, "Do you smell that?" She was like, "Oh yeah, it's smoke." And then she saw our neighbor outside. Our neighbor was a night owl, so if it wasn't for her, then we probably would have died. But she was on the phone and she was like, "Yeah, they don't know." And then my mom was like, "Don't know what?" And then she was like, "Oh wait," she was like, "Yeah, they don't know." And then my mom was like, "They don't know what?" And then she was like, "Your house is on fire." And the window was open. Okay, so how we were communicating is the window was open for the cats to get in and out, so you don't have to keep opening up the door. So that's how that. And then I remember my mom like turning on the light and was like, "Get up, the house is on fire." But I just kind of like, and then like I remember like looking forward, because if you look forward, there's my sister's room, and she has really bad asthma. So my mom like kicked in her door, and then her room was filled with smoke. So she was like, "Yeah, it's definitely coming from here." And then she looked at her window, and then you could see the flames or whatever. And so I got up and I grabbed my little sister and I like threw her over my shoulder, and then I ran downstairs to go get my other little sister because she was sleeping in their room. So I went and got her, and then I ran out of the house and I put them in the car, and I told the dogs to follow me, but the cats didn't because I don't know why they didn't, because they're stupid. And they didn't. So I put the dog, well, I think we only had Peppers at the time. So it was just Peppers and the 2 little ones in the car, and it was October, and I was wearing a tank top and shorts at 2:30 in the morning. So I was cold as hell. So basically, my mom is outside, and you could like, okay, so my sister's bedroom windows were facing the driveway, and we had like this really steep driveway. So like it was really steep. So like my mom went and got the hose, and then I was like, okay, maybe you shouldn't do that, that's just gonna make it worse. So then as you looked up in my sister's window, you could see like the fire eating her curtains, and the like, you could just like see like, it's hard to explain because you saw the flames, and then like 2 seconds later you just hear this big pop and the bed exploded. The bed fucking exploded, and it made some of the roof fly off. And I remember just like seeing all these flames, and then I remember looking, because my bedroom window was facing towards the street, so it was like my bedroom, Hannah's bedroom, the back of the house, and then my mom's bedroom windows. So I remember looking in the front of the house, and I remember seeing my room, just flames everywhere, and I was like, okay, not gonna worry about it, everybody's out, didn't need much anyways. So meanwhile, my sister had no idea what was going on. Usually my mom's boyfriend would go by the house when he got off work to make sure everything was okay, but that night he didn't go by the house. And then 7 minutes later, the fire people got there, and they were the same people that came to my little sister's school that day and the day before this all happened. And then they paid for our hotel, and then we lived in a hotel for a year and 6 months. And then we went to New York to see my aunt and my uncle. And then when we got back from New York, we were supposed to be able to move back into the house. Well, we didn't, because we got a text message while we were in New York. And I was on my mom's phone, because at this time I didn't have my own phone, because I broke it. So I was on my mom's phone, and we were I remember exactly where we were going. We were going to Niagara Falls, then we were going to go to Dave & Buster's. And so I was like, alright, cool. So I see a text message that says, the landlord. So I was like, oh, it's lit, yeah. And then I run to my mom, and then I see her start crying. And like, my Aunt Tina comes up and was like, what's wrong? And then she was like, she's selling the house. And I was like, wait, what? And then like, we still went out to try to like cheer my mom up. And then when we got back, we turned around and she started crying again. And then my aunt was like, well, we could like get a lawyer and blah blah blah. And they were talking about it, and we stayed in New York for a couple extra days. And then we went back to a hotel for about a week or two. And then we got into this place. And the thing that made it turn out for the good is I think it brought a lot of people closer together, like, and I think it brought our family closer together, like, just to, because a couple days after the fire happened, I realized that I could have lost my sister, and granted, my sister doesn't like me, but the day that she came back, I honestly, when she came back, I hate saying this because it makes me sound soft as fuck, but she came back and I hugged her and I started crying. And just seeing like all the people come together was pretty cool. But that's the end of this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. My videos are every Monday now. I believe Twan, I don't know who's tomorrow. I think it's Twan. I think Twan's tomorrow. Isn't it? I don't know. But I make videos every Monday, so if you like my videos, like this video and subscribe.